started chapter number 4, that is atomic structure, and today we are going to study this chapter further. So let's revise the previous topic first. That is, what is atom? Smallest particle of matter. Means matter is made up of smallest particle, and that smallest particle is known as atom. Like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and these cannot exist independently in the nature. Then atoms are made up of protons, neutrons and electrons. Protons are positively charged, neutrons having zero charge, and electrons have minus charge. Okay, so when protons and neutrons combine, they will form a nucleus, and electrons that are negatively charged, they revolve around the nucleus. So next one is molecules. Atoms combine to form molecule. When two or more atoms combine, they will form a molecule. So a molecule can be formed by the same atoms, like when H and H combine, they will form a hydrogen molecule. Okay, this can also be formed by different atoms like hydrogen and oxygen. When two hydrogen combine with one oxygen, they will form a water molecule. So the next one is radicals. What are radicals? Molecules carrying charge. The molecules that carrying some charge, that are radical. They may be negative or positive. Okay. If they are negative, so these are called the anions. If they are they carry positive charge, then they are called the cations. So let's start our next topic, that is valency. What do you mean by valency? Valency is the combining capacity of the atom of an element, is called its valency. Means what is the tendency of an atom to combine with the another atom? The combining capacity is called the valency of that atom, or we can say that the charge carried by an ion. If this ion having one negative charge, so its valency is 1. Okay, so the charge carried by an ion is also determine its valency. So next we will read its significance. It is used to derive chemical formula of compound. It is useful in the derivation of chemical formula of the compound, like in case of water. So what are the steps that are involved in the chemical formula? Our first step is we have to write down the symbol. So for hydrogen, symbol is H, and for oxygen, symbol is O. Then the second step is write down their valencies. So hydrogen valency is 1 and oxygen valency is 2. Means hydrogen combining capacity is 1. It can combine with another one atom. And oxygen valency is 2. Means it can combine with another 2 atoms. So the third step is crossover. Then we have to cross over them. Then H contain 2 and O contain 1. Then our formula is H2O. So valency is used in the derivation of that formula. Okay. So it is the significance of valency, that it is used in the derivation of the chemical formula. So let's see another example, that is zinc bromide. So in this case, symbol for zinc is Zn and symbol for bromine is Br. Okay, so valency of zinc is 2 and bromine is 1. So when we cross over them, then zinc contain 1 and bromine contain 2. So its formula is ZnBr2. So valency is helpful to derive the chemical formula. Then we will see the valency of elements and radicals basis on the hydrogen atom. Now we will see how the valency depends upon the hydrogen atom. So the valency depends upon the number of hydrogen atoms. Means how many hydrogen atom combine with the another atom, that determines its valency. Like for example, in the case of HCl, what is the valency of chlorine? How many hydrogens are combined with chlorine? 1. So its valency is 1. Then we have to find out the valency of oxygen. What is the valency of oxygen? How many hydrogen atoms combine with oxygen? 2. So its valency is 2. Then in case of ammonia, we have to find the valency of nitrogen. So here nitrogen is combined with 3 hydrogen atoms. So its valency is 3. So in the next case, this is methane. So here the valency of carbon is 4 because carbon is combined with 4 hydrogen atoms. So valency is equal to the number of hydrogen atom present. So here 1 hydrogen atom is present, so its valency is 1. Here 2 hydrogen atoms are present, so valency is 2. And here 3 hydrogen atoms are present, so valency is 3. And in this case the valency is 4. So next we will see the example of radical. In case of radicals, if we talk about sulfate ion, okay, so in case of sulfate ion, valency is 2. Why its valency is 2? Because it combined with 2 hydrogen atom. Then in case of the nitric acid, the valency of nitrate ion is 1 because this will combine with only 1 hydrogen atom. So here we conclude that the number valency is equal to the number of hydrogen atoms present. Okay. So next we will study about the periodic table. What do you mean by periodic table? The systematic arrangement of elements into groups and period is called periodic table. Means there is a systematic arrangement of elements into groups and periods. So that is called the periodic table. So let's see here. This is called periodic table. So we will study it further. So in periodic table there are 118 elements. How many elements are present in this periodic table? 118 elements. And in 1913 Henry Moseley showed that the atomic number of an element is more fundamental property than its atomic mass. Means atomic number is a fundamental property as compared to the atomic number. So Mendeleev periodic table was modified and atomic number was adopted as the basis of the modern periodic table. This is the modern periodic table. Okay. So the modern periodic law is stated as properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. Means this table is based on the atomic number of the elements. Okay. So next is the atomic number is the number of protons in the nucleus. So atomic number is the number of protons in the nucleus. Means how many protons are present in the nucleus, that defines its atomic number, and it is denoted by Z. So next we will study its features. Okay. So its first feature is elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number. Means these elements are arranged in their increasing atomic number. For example, for hydrogen atomic number is 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. In this way these are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number. So next point is horizontal rows in the periodic table are called periods. So these are the horizontal rows. So these are called the periods. Okay. These horizontal rows are called the periods. And the vertical columns in the table are called the groups. These are the vertical columns and these are called the groups. So how many groups and how many periods are there in the periodic table? So let's count. First we will count the periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 periods and how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as shown 18. So there are 18 groups and 7 periods in the periodic table. So our next point is elements in the modern periodic table are arranged in 7 periods and 18 groups. So the next point is elements are so arranged that elements with similar atomic structure appears in the vertical columns. Means the elements that having the similar atomic structure that are kept in the same group. Okay, like the atomic structure of helium, lithium, sodium, potassium are same. So these are kept in the same group. Means that some properties are similar. So these are arranged in the same group. Elements were classified into groups based on the number of valence electrons. It means that all elements within the certain group have the same number of valence electrons. So the elements belonging to the same group share the similar properties. Means the elements that are in the similar group that having the same properties. Okay, the elements that are present in the similar group that having same property, their structure is, their atomic structure is same and their valence electron. What is the valence electron? The electron that is present in the outermost shell of the atom, that is called the valence electron. So their properties are similar. Okay, so next is like for example lithium, sodium and potassium belonging to group 1. Here you can see this is lithium, potassium and sodium. These are belonging to group 1. So their properties having same and they contain 1 electron in their valence shell. Okay, so let's revise this again. So how many elements are there in the periodic table? 118. And atomic number is equal to the number of protons and number of electrons present in the atom. And atomic number is represented by Z. So next one is elements are arranged in periodic table in increasing order of the atomic number. And horizontal rows, the rows like this, these are the periods. How many periods are there? 7. And the vertical columns are called the groups and there are 18 groups present in the periodic table. Then elements having similar structure that are kept in the groups. Okay, the elements that are present in the groups that having the similar properties like same atomic structure, same number of valence electrons. Okay, so next one is, look at here. In the periodic table, the elements are represented by this square. So here this is written atomic number and this is the symbol of the element and here is the name of the element and at the downside there is a atomic weight. So atomic number, we all know now the atomic number is equal to the number of protons present in the nucleus and that is represented by Z, and the mass number that is represented by A. So mass contain all the protons and neutrons. So mass is the total number of protons and neutrons that present in the nucleus. Okay.